So you're thinking about making a move to Boynton Beach, Florida, and rather than just reading about Boynton Beach, you really want to see it. Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you all the things that you need to know about Boynton Beach. We're going to go and check out a couple of different spots, and then after that, I'm going to show you 5 different price properties that are in between $400,000 and $1 million, and drive through those neighborhoods with you so you can get an idea of what might be in your budget. So if that sounds like pertinent information to you in your research phase, if you're thinking about making a move here, then stay tuned. So this particular location I'm at now is actually the Boynton Harbor Marina, and I'm on top of the Ocean Ave Bridge. So you can see behind me, we have 2 Georges and the Banana Boat. Those are 2 of our waterfront restaurants here in Boynton Beach. And they're also home to jet ski rentals as well as charter boat fishing. You can also rent some boats here if you want to go fishing on your own, or if you want to take a cruise and check out some of the mansions on the Intercoastal. But what I'm going to do real quick is just run down to the marina and show you some other parts of that area. Really quick, if this is your first time on the channel, my name is Ryan Schultz, and I work on a family real estate team with my mom, Susan Schultz, and we get calls and texts from people just like you every single day who are looking to make their move here to Boynton Beach, Florida. So whether you're moving in the next 10 days or 100 days, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. All of our info is in the description box below, and we'd be happy to help you make a smooth move here to Boynton Beach, Florida. All right, so here we are in the mouth of the marina, and you can see behind me that some of the amenities that are included. You're going to be able to rent some jet skis here. You're also going to have the option to do charter fishing on someone's private boat. And if you want to go drift fishing, then you can check out the Seamus 3. This particular charter boat just pulled back into the marina. They have 2 times that they go fishing. It's typically in the morning to the afternoon, and then the afternoon to the evening. So I believe it's 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and then 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. The benefit of the charter boat, and also obviously the other charter boats, is that they will clean the fish for you, and when you're done fishing, you don't have to worry about cleaning the boat. So as I mentioned earlier, you are going to have 2 Georges, and you are going to have the Banana Boat as your waterfront restaurants here. And from reading the reviews, a lot of people are saying that, you know, it typically has that island vibe. They really enjoy how they can eat their dinner or eat their lunch and enjoy watching the boats go by on the Intercoastal. And then every once in a while, sometimes, especially during the boat show months, we will have mega yachts pass through here in the Intercoastal. So you'll see actually the bridge go up, or sometimes you'll have sailboats pass through and the bridge will go up for that. So in terms of the residential units that we actually have here at the Boynton Harbor Marina, you're going to have the Marina Village here. Now, these are the tallest buildings here in Boynton Beach. The funny thing about Boynton Beach is that even though it's the 3rd largest city in Palm Beach County, it's not going to have that hustle and bustle city life like you're going to find in New York or in Miami. So you're not going to find any tall skyscrapers is what I'm trying to say. So this is actually one of the 2 buildings that is the largest here. There's another one I'll show you in a minute. But this particular building here is a condo building. It's an all ages community, and it offers 1 to 3 bedroom condos, and they range between 780 square feet to 1385, so 1,385 square feet. So now I'm going to go and show you the next building, and then we'll check out some other areas. Okay, so here we are at that next high-rise building I was talking to you about. This particular building behind me is called Casa Costa. This is another condo building, and it is also an all ages community. In terms of the condo unit size, you're going to have 1 to 3 bedroom units ranging from 800 to 1,600 total living square footage. Now, the nice thing about this particular building behind me is you're gonna have 2 full-size pools up here on the 4th and 5th levels, which is something I have not seen in Boynton Beach. The other thing that is nice is that you have this little private lake back here with this boardwalk and this observatory area. You're also going to see a lot of different wildlife like turtles and pigeons and stuff like that. And you can also see Marina Village back here behind me. Something I didn't mention about Marina Village is that you are going to have a private place to park your boat. So that is an added benefit of this building. But I just wanted to show you guys that these are the 2 highest buildings here in Boynton Beach. Now, let's take a drive over to Renaissance Commons, and then I will show you those 5 properties I was promising you guys. All right, so here we are at Renaissance Commons, and you can see the Compson Place clock right behind me. And where we are actually located is on the northern side of Gateway and Congress. And this is where a lot of the shopping and restaurant areas are going to be, one of the more higher concentrations here in Boynton Beach. If you look behind me here, you can see that we're in the northern section of Renaissance Commons, so this is just like a small piece of it. But you are going to have some luxury leasing options back here. You're also going to have some different shopping areas. In terms of the restaurants, it's not going to be like very high end, but to just give you guys an idea, you're going to have Starbucks over here on my left. You're also going to have BurgerFi back here, Hurricane Dockside Grill, which is like an outdoor, it offers an outdoor eating venue, which I can zoom in real quick right here. And then just over here, you're going to have Sabor Latino. And just inside there, you're going to have some karaoke as well as live entertainment. Now, just on the back side over here, you're going to have a First Watch, which is like a breakfast spot. And then you're also going to have a Pizza Rocks on the back side over here, which I'm not sure if you guys have eaten there before, but it's kind of like a build your own pizza spot, similar to Chipotle, so you can build your own pizza. For me, in terms of those pizza spots, I tend to prefer Blaze Pizza because you can put a little bit more toppings on your pizza without being charged extra. And then something that is also nice about this particular area is you have these little like gazebo things here. Now, the other restaurant that's over here is going to be Bonefish Grill, so that's really good for different seafood and things like that. And something else to note is that just on the other side of Congress, you're going to have your Kohl's, which is one of your big box stores. Something that I like about this particular Kohl's is you are going to have that Amazon drop off over there. So that's great for if you're a big time Amazon shopper. And just down that strip is where you're going to just find a lot of restaurants just in a high concentrated area. Something I just did want to note is that one of the reasons that so many young professionals are actually drawn to Renaissance Commons is because it actually has the highest walking score here in Boynton Beach. Boynton Beach's walk score tends to be quite low. I think it's around 34, but according to Walk Score, I believe the Renaissance Commons actually has a walking score of 66. So for example, one of the ways that they have made it convenient for you is that obviously there is a lot of residential and commercial buildings in here. So if you have a dog, for example, there might not be many places to walk them. But just on the back side over here, they do offer a dog park. So it's like a nice little green area. So now what I want to do real quick is just take a cruise down Congress just to show you guys what the different shopping areas look like. And then I will see you at the first property. All right, so here we are approaching the first neighborhood for the first property. This particular neighborhood is called Rainbow Lakes, and it's actually in the subdivision of Rainbow Lakes, which is on Gateway in between Jog and Military Trail. Now, the reason that Rainbow Lakes is so sought after is the fact that it is zoned for A-rated schools, and it consists of 7 different neighborhoods, all of which have HOAs under $150. Some of the neighborhoods actually have HOAs as low as $98, just under $100. Now, this is the first property right here behind me. This particular home is listed for $435,000. It has a total living square footage of 1,190 feet, putting the price per square foot just at $365. Now, this home here is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home with a 1-car garage. And when you look at the inside photos, it really has that cottage feel. Now, the other thing about this home is that you can see it is on a cul-de-sac, which is nice for those who are, younger families moving in. You're not gonna have to worry about cars coming and zipping up and down the street here. So it's gonna be a little bit more safe. The other thing to mention is that this particular home was built in 1985. So you can see that, you know, with this particular area, you're going to have those very mature trees. So this neighborhood is a little bit on the older side. And the other thing to mention as well is that just to the south, you're going to have Water Chase. Now, the benefit of being next to Water Chase is Water Chase has a 4-mile walking and biking trail that goes around the entire neighborhood. And as I've been out here filming, I've seen a lot of people walking around, you know, enjoying just this beautiful day, as well as taking advantage of that walking trail, biking around and walking their dogs. Now, the other thing that is nice is that with this particular home we just saw, you're also going to be close to the lakes here. Now, something to mention real quick is that with Rainbow Lakes, you are going to have a lot of different lakes in this particular area. And typically what will happen is the HOA will hire like a company to come in that will spray the weeds, because typically residents, they want certain like cattails and weeds to be taken care of. One, to help the aesthetic of the lake, but also to kind of hinder alligators from necessarily wanting to make their habitat here in these lakes. And as you can see, you'll also be able to put like a John boat in your backyard, use this for catch and release fishing. You'll see a lot of wildlife, like we have some geese around here. And typically when it comes to the boating, I want to mention is that you're going to mostly be using just electric motors on your boat. You're not allowed to use gas-powered boats in here because residents don't want the wake to take away their property line and cause erosion on the bank. One thing I wanted to mention is that the HOA is $137 in this particular neighborhood. That's going to include a clubhouse that's in the front of the neighborhood, as well as a community pool with tennis courts and basketball courts. So with that, let's take a drive around the neighborhood, and then I'll see you at the next property. Okay, so here we are, we're approaching the second property, and this particular property is inside of Sun Valley, and Sun Valley is just to the east of Jog on Boynton Beach Boulevard. Now, this is the third property here behind me. This particular home is listed for $600,000. The total square living footage is 1,775 feet, putting the price per square foot right around $338. This particular home is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home with a 2-car garage, and this particular property was built in 1988. Now, the nice thing about this home is that it is going to be situated on the lake, and I am pretty familiar with this lake because I had a friend that lived just down the street actually on this particular lake, and we used to use his little John boat, kayak, and canoe and ride around on the lake and stuff. So I bring that up because if you happen to live, you know, on one of the lakes in Sun Valley, then you can enjoy that lake life, catch and release fishing and stuff like that. Now, something else to note about this neighborhood is that the HOA is going to be sitting around $164. Some of the amenities included in that is going to be the community pool, as well as 4 tennis courts, and soon to come some pickleball courts I found out, as well as a playground. So with that, let's hop into the car, go check around the neighborhood, and I'll see you at the next property. All right, so here we are, we're approaching the third property, and we are back in the subdivision of Rainbow Lakes. And once again, this is located in between Jog and Military Trail on Gateway. The particular neighborhood that we are in right now is called La Palais, and La Palais happens to be typically like the queen of the neighborhoods here in Rainbow Lakes, just because the homes in here are going to be much larger. You're going to find typically homes up to 5 bedrooms. One thing I will say that I like about La Palais is that they tend to do a really good job of putting up really nice Christmas lights in the front of the neighborhood. Something to note as well is that when you're in Rainbow Lakes, you're also going to be zoned for those A-rated schools. Now, this is the third home right here behind me. This home is listed for $674,999, so right there at $675,000. This particular home has a living square footage of 2,866 feet, putting the price per square foot just at $235. This home is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home with a 2-car garage, and it also has a loft that could be converted into a 5th bedroom if you wanted to. And these particular homes here were built in the 1990s. So this is a much more mature neighborhood. You can see you have really mature trees just down here, as well as this mature tree here. And the HOA is going to be around $98 per month. So you're going to have low HOAs. Everyone's taking care of their landscaping and things like that. And the amenities included are going to be, you're going to have a clubhouse with a community pool. You're also going to have this really nice park area with a large open lawn that you can play fetch with your dog or frisbee. And a lot of kids, back in the day when we were younger, we used to play flag football in that area. You're also going to have racquetball, 2 tennis courts, a basketball court, playground, as well as a fitness area that has pull-up bars, as well as some other fitness equipment that I've actually used in the past when I was younger. For example, there happens to be a fitness trail around the West Boynton Beach Park that tends to have pull-up bars, but the fact that La Palais was closer to my particular neighborhood, I would tend to take advantage of this area. So those are just some of the amenities that you can expect to find here at La Palais. So now let's take a tour around the neighborhood, and I will see you at the next property. All right, so here we are. We're in the final neighborhood. This is where our last two homes are going to be. This particular neighborhood is called the Canyons. This is just to the south of Boynton Beach Boulevard on Lyons Road. This is far west Boynton Beach, and this is a pretty luxurious neighborhood. So the Canyons is a part of a master plan community, and we are currently in Canyon Lakes. There's also Canyon Isles, Canyon Springs, and Canyon Trails. And for this particular part of that master plan, these homes tend to be in the 2,200 to 5,700 square foot range. Typically, the bedrooms range between 3 to 5 bedrooms, and you can have typically 2 to 3 car garages. I apologize. Now, the thing that makes the Canyon so desirable is the fact that not only are you going to have really nice luxurious homes, but you're also going to have convenient shopping at the Canyon Town Center, which I spoke about in our map tour. And there you're going to have your own grocery stores, you're going to have urgent care, there's a post office there, and there's also a brand new library that is being built. And the other thing that's great about the Canyons is that this is zoned for A-rated schools. You're going to have Sunset Palms Elementary School. There's a brand new middle school that is opening up. It's called West Boynton Middle School. So it's brand new. That's opening up in August of 2023. And then you're also going to be zoned for Olympic Heights High School, which is down in Boca. So with that, let's go and check out the fourth property. So here we are. We're approaching the fourth property. Something I didn't mention is that Canyon Lakes is also a gated master plan community. I just want to mention that. But here is the fourth property. This particular property is listed for $889,999. It has a total square living footage of 3,621 feet, putting the price per square foot around $245. That particular home was a 5-bedroom, 3-bath home with a 2-car garage. And these properties were built in 2005. And the particular HOA is $375, and that's going to include a really nice clubhouse, resort-style pool, 2 tennis courts, like a kids' activity center. They have a really nice playground set that's under a shaded area. They have this picnic pavilion area that you can rent out for parties, and a really nice basketball court, as well as walking and biking trails throughout this entire community. So with that, let's go and take a drive around this particular section of this neighborhood, and then I'll see you at the last property. All right, so here we are, we're approaching the fifth and final property. This is still in Canyon Lakes. As I mentioned earlier, this property or this neighborhood is a gated master plan community. Canyon Lakes is one of those 4 neighborhoods in the canyons. And this particular section of the neighborhood is much larger. You're gonna find more of your 3-car garages. and they're going to be mostly in the $1 million range on this side at least. So this is our 5th property right here behind me. This home is listed for $1,185,000. The total square living footage is 3,509 feet, putting the price per square foot around $337. This particular property was built in 2005, and this section of the neighborhood still has the HOA of $375. So you're gonna have that clubhouse I was talking about, fitness center, kids activity room, the picnic area, 2 tennis courts, resort style pool on the lake, and really nice amenities. The other thing I forgot to mention, I just remembered about this particular property, is that it also has a 2,000 square foot travertine patio on the back side of the home, and this particular property is on the lake as well. Now, the reason that the canyons that I didn't mention at the last property is so nice, this is going to be where you're going to have a lot of like your golf cart living. And for example, every time I go over to the Canyon Town Center, I see a lot of young kids driving around on like family golf carts and stuff like that, which I mean, why wouldn't you? Because the Canyon Town Center is only like 5 minutes away. So what I'm trying to say is, like, you're not really going to have to go anywhere if you live in this particular area. As I said earlier, it is more of like the luxurious neighborhoods. You're going to have like Equus over here, Palmetto Estates. There's also Cobblestone Creek just north of here. And then you're also going to have a lot of the really nice 55 and over communities like the Valencias. But you're going to be able to shop at the Canyon Town Center, Cobblestone Commons. You're also going to have a really fancy hospital. That particular hospital is called the Bethesda West Hospital. Vlogging? Yeah, man. Just said hi to these kids. So Bethesda West Hospital. And when I first went into that hospital in December, I literally thought it was like a resort. Like when I walked in, I was like super confused because there's another hospital near our area. It's called JFK, and it's, I don't know, it's not really that nice. But yeah, the only reason that you're gonna have to leave this particular area is if you're heading to the beach, which is only like 30 minutes away. So with that, let's go and check out the neighborhood. And before we do, if you guys are planning on making a move here, whether it's in 10 days or 100 days, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, and we'd be happy to have your back and help you to make a smooth move here to Boynton Beach, Florida. So now let's go and check out the neighborhood, and we will see you on the next video.